Hi guys, so I'm doing a quick video today just describing and kind of giving you some ideas on how to get the perfect tone on your instrument. I get a lot of questions about my gear, like what pickups I use, what strings I use, what bass I use, what amp I use, all that stuff, how high is the action. But one question I never really get asked is, how do you touch your instrument? Like, how do you connect with your instrument? And I'm going to demonstrate this actually on this beautiful D'Angelico 5-string bass. It's got a low B, it's semi-hollow, it's just an amazing instrument. So yes, your instruments definitely do make a big difference to your tone, but I play a lot of different basses, 6 strings, 4 strings, 5 strings, semi-hollow, fretless, solid, like a lot of different things, but I'm always trying to recreate my tone, because my tone expresses who I am. So it's very important that I kind of have that connection that's coming from me and applying it to the instrument. So there's going to be some warm-up exercises which I'm going to demonstrate and go through quickly. They're going to be in the blog document where you can download the exercises and all that good stuff. So what I'm doing when I'm playing, I'm actually applying quite a bit of pressure with the left hand, and like I'm kind of attacking the strings and gripping, not too hard, but definitely gripping with the thumb at the back, and the thumb is kind of in between the first and the second finger. And again, I'm applying pressure. I'm not just letting my right hand do the work. And sometimes when I play with a ramp in between the pickups, it makes me play a lot lighter, and I actually lose some of my control with that. So it's really good to practice on a bass that doesn't have that. And playing with dynamics is really important too. Really getting that control. So it's all kind of coming from your imagination, and you're just really trying to express music. So I'm also mindful of playing licks as well, like just really bringing that energy out in the music. And again, if I put some delay on as well, when you start adding effects to your sound, things can become a bit like muddy. So the cleaner your technique is, you can use effects to really enhance. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with the exercises. I'll turn this delay off. And there's 4 simple warm-up exercises. I don't use a metronome at all. It's not about speed. Speed comes with economy of motion. You've got to develop that muscle memory by being really aware of every note that you're playing. I also try to imagine every note that I'm playing as well. So with the right hand, I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm definitely alternating. I'm using kind of like the fingertips. It just helps me get a like really clean attack. using like a floating thumb, so when I'm playing on the B string here, my finger's actually resting on the pickup, and my left hand's doing a lot of the muting, or all of the muting really. And then when I go to the E string, my thumb's resting on the B string, B string, and then A string is resting on the E string. And as it's going, I'm using like this part of my thumb to kind of mute the strings as I go down. So it's like this floating thumb. And as I leave these open strings here, I'm using my right hand to kind of do it. But this is the kind of thing that you'll start to do naturally when you practice slowly. So again, here's the warm-up exercises. It's very simple, but I'm paying a lot of attention to each note that I'm playing. I'm trying to play with the tips of my finger as well on the string, getting as close to the fret as possible, making sure I have no open strings. And I'm just moving one fret up each time. Again, not focusing on speed, but just sound and accuracy and dynamic. You can play quiet, swell the sound to loud to quiet. Also working on keeping the dynamics the same. Looking for any problem areas in the instrument, you know, strings buzzing or frets buzzing, some dead notes. When I get to the 12th fret, I'm just going to reverse the pattern and come back down. Again, 1, 2 with a hand. And at first, if you're used to raking when you go across strings, sometimes even just saying 1, 2 out loud, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, just can really help you be accountable for that, because I kind of had that problem too. It's great to rake and all that. It's a very instinctive way of playing the bass. But if you want to go for this particular technique, sometimes you might not be aware that you're doubling up on the finger or raking. So just kind of being aware of that, and sometimes saying 1, 2, 1, 2 really helps. So anyway, that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is exactly the same, only this time it's just doubling up the notes. Again, all the way up to the 12th fret. And then back down. Just being patient, you know. Okay, so also working on techniques as a bass player, it's also kind of good to get your fingers coordinated to do that. So I know a lot of bass lines have like that kind of feel, so I kind of want to make sure I'm ready to play that way, you know, if I need to. So the next one is just, again, it's just a variation going up and down the notes. So just going up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes. Because again, you know, working on that. It's good for your lines. Okay, and then exercise number 4 is just a variation where we're doubling up the notes, like Batman. Again, when you get to the 12th fret, work your way back down to the open string. Okay, I hope you found this stuff helpful. And again, don't forget to check out the blog and these warm-up exercises.